Hello, sisters and brothers. AJ Johnson and Michael White coming to you from the Washington State Council of Firefighters office, here to do our legislative recap.
This legislative session was busier than any in recent memory. Due to the volume of bills and the volume of issues we were working on, we unfortunately trailed off on our weekly updates to you. We're sorry about that, but we're here to bring you a recap of everything and the bills that we were able to get passed, and unfortunately a couple failures.
This year we had a bill related to EMS levies, House Bill 2627. Has two parts to it. The first part is for a countywide EMS levy. Any city that has over 50,000 people in population only takes 75% of those cities to put the EMS levy on the ballot. The second part makes it so that any EMS levy renewal is only a 50% approval.
Another bill that we worked on, House Bill 2701, there was a companion, but 2701 was the vehicle. It dealt with the definition of a veteran. It was a left board request legislation, and really it clarified who is eligible for free service pension credit.
The third one was House Bill 2786, which had to do with our members on McNeil Island, allowing them to become members of the LEF system.
House Bill 2851 was a convention resolution that dealt with being able to take time off to serve in the military as a reservist, and whether you were charged 1 or 2 days of military leave time off. We were successful in passing that bill, so now the max is a day for a day. So if we work a 24-hour shift, that only counts as 1 day of military leave.
Senate Bill 6214 deals with post-traumatic stress disorder. It allows our members to apply for and receive L&I benefits for PTSD. What we're seeing is that members are exposed to repeated traumatic events, and that is what is causing their PTSD, and now they are able to file an L&I claim.
In addition to that allowance, after serving 10 years, it is presumed to be because of our job. So we now have presumptive coverage for PTSD as long as you have served 10 years in a career. The final win for us was Senate Bill 6413, sponsored by Senator Kevin Vandeweghe, one of our firefighters from Sequim. It bans the sale, manufacture, and distribution of AFFF foams in Washington State starting in 2020. It requires us to no longer train with AFFF. Manufacturers of AFFF have a training foam out there. And the third thing is it requires a disclosure of when the same chemicals that are harmful to firefighters in foam are used in the manufacture of our bunker gear. That disclosure of when those chemicals are used is included in the labels. So while we had a very successful legislative session, we did unfortunately have a couple failures. Probably our biggest one was House Bill 2633 and Senate Bill 6213, our presumptive cancer legislation. This bill faced a number of obstacles to it, and we knew going into this legislative session this would be our most difficult task at hand. And unfortunately, the objections to it proved insurmountable. However, we have already begun work on this bill for the 2019 legislative session. We've been talking with legislators, talking with our opponents about it, and we're working on getting this bill introduced for the 2019 session and ultimately getting it passed.
Also, Senate Bill 6548, which was a fire service study bill. It came out of our Wildland Committee. It was kind of a way for us to take a holistic approach at the fire service and stop dealing with the fire service in 1980s or 1990s terms and use terms that we use now, and allow committee staff to study a way for us to have another agency, another fire service agency that would kind of oversee what we're doing in the fire service today in Washington State.
That concludes our legislative session recap. We will be preparing a deeper dive into our issues, our bills, for educational seminar coming up here in Spokane in April. If you have any questions on our legislative agenda, what went down, what we're going to be looking to in the future, feel free to give us an email or give us a call. Also, if you need any help writing legislative resolutions, if you have any questions on anything related to legislation, please get a hold of us. We're happy to help. We're at your service.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in April.